In this video, we're going to talk about the switch statement. We can't talk about if-else statements without mentioning the switch. Let's take a look at what we've got here. First, we have a variable called movie star rating. It's of type integer and it's equal to 3. We have this big long if-else statement that says if the movie star rating is 0, print don't ever watch this movie, and so on and so forth. If we notice that we're using the same variable and just checking multiple different values of that variable, we can go ahead and use a switch statement. In fact, it's preferred to use a switch statement in this case. I'm going to go ahead and comment all the code besides the variable out, and we're going to make the switch statement. I'll start by typing switch. You can see that autocomplete offers me this switch statement as an option. I'm going to click that, and it gives me all this. So, quick explanation of what we're seeing here. We're going to switch on a particular expression. That expression is going to be movie star rating. That's the variable that we want to switch on. The case is going to be the particular value that we're checking for. So let's say case 0. Now for the case that movie star rating is the value of 0, we want to print don't ever watch this movie. So we're going to go ahead and copy and paste that right here. Okay, so what this is saying is that we're switching on movie star rating. If movie star rating's value is 0, in the case of 0, let's print don't ever watch this movie. This break statement means, okay, we've got what we want, let's break out of this switch statement. It will make more sense in a second. Default is the equivalent of our else statement. It says that if everything falls through, just go ahead and break, don't do anything. We can put something for that, and we will. Let's go ahead and copy and paste this into the default. This means that if none of these values are met, we're going to go ahead and print this. So let's make the other cases. We type our case, the value, and a colon. So keep that in mind. It's not a semicolon, it's a colon. And so for case 1, we have this log statement. We go ahead and log all these out. Okay, so now we've got our full switch statement. It says that if case is 0, print this, and then break. So you have to make sure to say break after your case statement, or else it's going to carry over to the next case as well. It's not going to break out of the entire switch statement. So right now our movie star rating is 3, so if we go ahead and run this, we'll get this movie is pretty good, because the case is 3, the value of movie star rating, the variable that we're switching on, happens to be 3, so we'll print this movie is pretty good. There's two things that I want to mention about the switch statement. Unfortunately, in Objective-C, we can only switch on an integer value, so the variable that we're switching on right here is of type integer. We can't switch on a string, a double, it has to be an integer. In some other languages, they have the support for other data types to be switched upon. Okay, now that we have that, there's one other thing I want to mention, is that, which I've mentioned before, that this break statement helps us break out of the switch. Let me go ahead and get rid of this and show you what happens. Actually, right now our movie star rating is set at 3, so let me get rid of this break right here and show you what happens. When I run this, I have two things being logged to the console. This movie is pretty good and get to the theaters for this one. So we're getting case 3 and case 4. That's because the value is 3, so case 3 gets executed, but case 3 doesn't break, so it carries on to case 4 and prints the next statement here to the console, and then we break. So just keep in mind that you want to break after every case unless you want to carry on to the next case and execute that as well. We'll see you in the next video.